I'm not anti-technology. I started an internet company in 2005, and I've sought out some uh, internships with NGBs over the last 2 years, trying to improve my knowledge and my skill set with some of the new technologies that are used in sports today. Um, but despite this interest in technology and using technology in sports, I'm also leery of the consequences. And one of the consequences that I see is becoming reliant on the technology and losing some of our ability to coach. So to me, one of the important things in coaching is to have an eye for the skill that you're trying to teach, and also to have a relationship with the player. And part of that relationship, has to be based on trust and is used to determine things like, how hard do I need to push the athlete? Is the athlete fatigued from something? Are they feeling stressed? Do they have problems outside of the court or the field that are contributing to maybe a subpar performance or a tired performance? And by getting to know athletes, we can figure out a lot of these things on our own in a more progressive manner than just relying on an HRV readout or something like that. And so to teach a skill, I really need to understand the skill. I need to be able to see critically, movements and obviously videotapes and high-speed video only helps a coach to be able to diagnose errors and to see different problems within an athlete's execution. So there are definitely ways to use technology to facilitate coaching and create a better environment and give better feedback to athletes. But we can't rely on the technology to do our coaching for us and to replace the knowledge and the skill set that coaches build through years and years of experience of watching athletes, learning from, watching the athletes and helping the athletes and teaching and giving feedback and seeing what happens from that feedback and then giving more feedback and seeing what happens and seeing if the feedback is appropriate or if the teaching cue is appropriate. And that's how coaches learn and develop and become experts as coaches. Same thing kind of on more of the monitoring side in terms of getting to know players and when you talk to players and you really get to know them, you can watch a player walk in to the gym before practice and you can have an idea whether that player's ready for practice or whether the player has something else going on in their life that maybe you either need to discuss to see if we can take care of it so that we can prepare the player to have a good practice, or maybe we just need to cut back on practice today because for this athlete today it's not going to be the appropriate time to really push as hard as possible. And again, if we're just relying on technology to give us all the answers, I think we're missing a lot of the important aspects of coaching, especially in terms of the interpersonal relationships between coach and athlete, and then also the eye of a coach, and the sense of timing in terms of feedback and instruction. And these are the things that, to me, separate the expert coaches or the master coaches from those that are striving to get to that level. And while technology can help coaches and augment coaches, and some technology is obviously hugely beneficial, and some sports are more, probably the technology is more important for some sports than others. I think we can't get so focused on going down the road in technology that we ignore the development of master coaches through this experiential learning process over a number of years, working with a number of athletes.